everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie, and I have an honest reaction video for you. This isn't for some video on YouTube, isn't fake like that. I have been sitting on this album for 4 hours, and I wanted to make a reaction video. It's been killing me, but I held out. I'm off of work, and now it's time to listen to the brand new album, Utopian, by IAN McNABB. Now, IAN McNABB is just an incredibly amazing singer-songwriter. He started off, first time I heard him was in the band Icicle Works back in 1983, and he is still top of his game. This new album called Utopian, I'll show you the back of it there. It is 2 CDs. It's a 2 CD album, and it is 20 tracks, 20 brand new IAN McNABB songs. Unfortunately, I'm not going to share any sound bites. I'm just going to show you my reactions. I'm going to edit this video so you can see my honest reaction to the songs as I listen to them. I don't want to share the songs for 2 reasons. Number 1, copyright. Number 2, the album is so new that not all fans have heard it, and it's really important for IAN to let people experience it for themselves on their own without hearing anything. But I believe he's released 1 track off the album so far, a song called Dean Stanton that you can find on YouTube right now. He doesn't stream these things until maybe like a year after they come out. So the only way that you're going to be able to get Utopian right now is through his website. It is available 2 CDs, and he's got a vinyl version coming a little bit later. And he's just incredible. I mean, I can already tell you it's going to be worth your while, and I haven't even heard it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to edit this video, obviously. You don't want to have me sitting there for an hour and a half or however long this is and just going, ooh. So I'm just going to maybe show you some of the highlights. This is real. This is honest. I have not heard this album yet. Super excited. But here we go. We are going to start with the first track called Boy. And you can't hear it, but I can. Slow build-up keyboards, kind of almost church-like organ. Really powerful vocal. Just bang, right in the face. It's emotional, powerful. Yeah, it has a very gospel feel to it. It's powerful, but a very subtle powerful. It's more of an emotional power. There's a lot of atmosphere to this. Yeah, that's great. It really builds. Really builds. The song Dean Stanton is a piano-led, sort of a very somber song. Really, really wonderful. This one I've heard many times. It kind of floats. What I mean by floats is it doesn't build into this big, loud crescendo, but it sort of stays and it floats above the ground and sort of levitates. But it becomes really emotional when the strings come in. I'm assuming that those are probably string samples, but they sound really good. Nice layers to them. Mesmerized. This is like a perfect pop song, but it has kind of a 70s vibe to it. It's this really wonderful melodic, instantly right in your face, sing-along practically. But it's also influenced by maybe some Muscle Shoals or something. I can't really describe it, but the keyboards are, electric piano type thing, and it's real. I'm laughing because it's like, oh my God, this is great. This is amazing. I mean, he's such a great pop songwriter, and he remains true to who he is. He doesn't go, oh, well, gee, that's kind of popular, I'm going to go do that. No, he's just IAN McNABB. Everything he does is very McNabbian. I thought I invented that a long time ago in one of my blog posts, but they've been using it on IAN McNabb's Facebook page, so I'm a little dejected. Next song is Deserter. It's got a heavy drum beat to it. I'm hearing a rocker here, but it also recalls not the song, but maybe sort of the Mercy Beast Head Like a Rock era, where it's like a loose rocker. It's tight, but it's loose enough. You hear some things going on in there, that I'm going to have to investigate on further listens. Lots of interesting things with the guitars, maybe keyboards. There's like a layer or 2 here that my brain will process later. Rolling on the Things We Gave Away. Now, Ian is from Liverpool, and I don't want to say, oh, this is, I Am the Walrus vibe, but that's the first thing that goes in my head. It does have that sort of later Lennon period feel to it. I mean, that's what I'm getting out of it. First listen. And when I said Lennon-esque and stuff, I'm not saying it sounds like the Beatles, but it sounds inspired by that. The thing about great records is, even when you're listening the first time and you're being mesmerized by the song, the more you listen to it, the more you'll discover. You get to immerse yourself in it. It's a difficult thing with a 20-track album, which means you have to take it maybe a CD at a time. But I've been waiting, a couple of years for a new Ian McNabb album, so I'm not going to take it a CD at a time. Okay, Jonesin is the next track. This sounds like just a band playing live in the studio, and you could smell the spilled beer on the carpet. You can smell that doobie that's sitting in the ashtray on top of the amp. It's got a real Stones feel to it, very much so. The next song is called You Bring Good Things. Yeah, You Bring Good Things. It's really cool pop. Really early 70s, piano-led. Now, when I say sounds like the 70s or Stones, whatever, it's Ian McNabb, and it's modern. It's very much so. But it sounds influenced by those things. You Bring Good Things, great chorus. God, I wish I could remember what that piano reminds me of. It's a hopeful, sometimes there's just a cool piano riff, whatever, but this piano riff is kind of like he must have been really proud to go, yeah, this sounds awesome. To write a song around this. Wow, it just takes a turn and everything sort of dies down a little bit and you hear this sort of electric piano and acoustic guitar and some ambience going on. And then it just kicks right back in. It's fantastic. The Outlaw, great, mostly acoustic bass so far with harmonica. So far, the great thing about this is there's not any song where you think like, oh, this kind of sounds like that one. No, he's bringing the songs together. They're sounding cohesive, but they're also very different from each other. Sign of a great album. I'm not going to say it's like his White Album or his Abbey Road, but I might by the end of this video. YOLO has this really interesting kind of almost jazzy groove to it, maybe a little bit of bluesy. And when you listen to a pop record, you sort of, you expect, okay, the chorus is going to sound like A, B, C, or D. But this chorus here is sort of a surprising type melody. It's a great song. Just the chorus is very different, because they're different chords. He's not just sticking to the same 3 chords. He's doing things differently. Okay, CD 2 of Utopian is just starting. First song is called Running Out of Stuff. Running Out of Stuff is very interesting because it has this very, very pop song, but it sounds like a jazz double bass playing. It's pretty cool. See, I'm not a musician, so I don't know the terms. He might say, oh, no, that's a bouzouki. What's a bouzouki? It sounds like a really autobiographical song. I think there's songs in this catalog that are probably more autobiographical than... Is that the way you say it? But now this next song, I know I'm going to mispronounce it. I can barely say Ian McNabb. Anamorphic Anodyne, Twistin' in the Wind, thumping drum beat, and cool little guitar riff. Sounds maybe a little Neil Young influenced. The rock and Neil Young, obviously. And this really great guitar riff. And then just the first verse comes in and it's really kind of glorious pop. So he's surprising you even within the song. And then this, wow. And what a friggin' chorus. You listen to this chorus and you're going, this is that same song that had that cool little guitar riff. And then as soon as the chorus is over, it kicks right back into that cool guitar riff. So he's playing 2 different angles here, which is fantastic. Because usually when musicians, when they have this cool kind of rock guitar riff, the rest of the song is rock. This sounds like he thought, hey, let's take this song and merge it with this guitar riff that I wrote. Like maybe they didn't come together at the same time, but when he put them together, just the first 10 seconds of Gigolo Days, and I'm already smiling as I go, crap, this is good. Why Ian McNabb is not a superstar is beyond me. I've just listened to this Gigolo Days and just gone, holy crap, this is great. It's got little hints of things, but it's very Ian McNabb. I don't want anybody to think he's aping anything. If you've heard Ian McNabb, you'll know that this guy is capable of amazing stuff. Even to this day, he's been making music for like 75 years? No, actually, not really 75. I guess it's probably close to 40. I've only known his music for 38 years, I think. But still, surprises me every single time. I don't even know why I'm surprised anymore. Because so far, on first listen, I can already tell you that this album is really, I've loved his last 3, 4, 5 albums. This here is just steps up above all those. This might be his best album since Revolver. No, it doesn't really sound like the Beatles. It's a joke, people. Go into a place. Man. I wish you could hear this. And you can hear this if you buy it. IANMcNABB.com. The album's called Utopian. And no, I won't send you the MP3. Unless you send money via PayPal. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm going to look back one day and I'm going to say, do I remember what it was like hearing Utopian for the first time? And I'm going to go, oh, let me go on YouTube and I'll watch my video reaction. Again, Swiss Army Knife of Fuerteventura. The title doesn't matter. The fact that the song is great. Swiss Army Knife of Fuerteventura. I'm listening to the way he pronounces it. I can't even pronounce IAN McNABB. The Old Gray Lady slows things down a bit. Listen to that piano. And the brushes on the drums. And the harmonica. IAN McNABB is a big Neil Young fan. This is a song that really shows that. But the chords aren't quite Neil Young. The chords are definitely IAN McNABB. But what is IAN McNABB chords like anyway? They're very McNabbian. I'm still disappointed that I may not have thought of that. Damn it. The Old Gray Lady. Holy cow. He still sounds great. Okay, next one is We're Never Gonna Grow Up. I'm laughing again. It just sounds friggin' great. Wow. I don't know, those funky 70s keyboard and those, wow. This has got like 4 or 5 different hooks that you want to listen to. Now, don't confuse me laughing with thinking that I think it's funny. It's a joyful laugh. It's like, wow, awesome. Jivin' Miss Daisy's just this really good thumpy rocker, kind of bluesy, gospel feel to it. Listening to Great Spirit. So far, nice acoustic. How does this guy write these songs still? Most bands, 8 to 10 years of their first album, they're just regurgitating the same old things and releasing constant greatest hits collections. But IAN McNABB is just, when I say that he's just as good now as he was back then, what I kind of mean is that he's better now. This next song is No One Tells a Lie Like a Dude with a Tie. I'm starting to smell the carpet that had the beer. This sounds like just dude, check this out. And just freaking laying it on the line. Damn, it just takes freaking turn again. You got this cool groove with this, these vocals linked in with the rhythm of the guitars and the bass and the drums. And then you're jetted off to heaven when he switches things up, and it's just amazing. This is the last song. It's called Melody. I've already heard a bunch of those throughout the album. Tons of them. It's a great thing about IAN McNABB record. You're hit with these great melodies. I'm sorry, I have to stop because already the first verse, I'm in love. It's almost like he's doing like a vocal practice, like da 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 da, but it's just sounds beautiful. He still sounds great. Oh, listen to this chorus. Is it too early to say that I've heard the best album of the year? What a song to end the album with. Okay, let me break down my thoughts on this album. And, I want you to bear with me for a second. But holy shit. All I can tell you right now is IANMcNABB.com. Utopian. I would say right now, although I've loved the last few albums, I said it before, this I think is his best in a long, long time. When I say this album is his best in a long time, he's been putting out great albums all along. So if his last 3, 4, 5 albums have all been great, this thing is super. But I appreciate you hanging out. Remember to check out Ian McNabb Utopian, the brand new album, available at ianmcnabb.com. And remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.